So for this model, we are going to make a demonstration first of sketching the octagon. So let's sketch the octagon inscribed around the circle of 80 millimeters. So first we will choose the dimension here by clicking on the dimension selection to the MMGS. Then I'm going to click on a sketch. I will choose a top plane as it is a mag, and I'm going to make an octagon. Octagon is under polygons, and polygon command is here. Last time we drew the polygon with the 4 points, the rectangle, now we are going to draw with the white points, but this will be an ideal polygon. So let's click on a polygon. Parameter is number of sides or number of vertices. We'll put 8. Then we need to put where it is origin, and I anchor the center of that circle here, and this will be circumscribed around the circle. Instead of the inscribed, it will be a circumscribed around the circle, based how it is dimensioned. And we know that the diameter of the circle is 80 millimeters. Now, here is a very interesting sketch. Do you see the circle here? Do we want to create that circle? No. That circle is only used for what? To dimension this polygon. So, because that circle is not going to take any form, any role in forming the geometry of the extrusion, that circle is made in this into the dashed line, which says that circle is a geometry for a construction. That's what I mentioned earlier, construction geometry, which is not used to make the real physical part. Now, you can see that this is still blue. Who can tell me why this octagon is blue when its dimension is defined? What is not defined here? How about orientation? If I left click on any of the point, can I rotate this? That means I will need to define one point of it to be vertical with the origin. So if I left click with the mouse on the origin, well, look at this. Come with the mouse, left click on the origin, and then come to one of the points, doesn't matter which one, of the vertices of your octagon. Press down the key shift on your keyboard, so the key shift, and then come with the mouse to any of the vertex and left click. Now look what happened. We have a properties tab, which is opened here, and it has CAD relationship, horizontal, vertical, coincident, merge or fix. In our case, we want to say that this point is vertical with the origin, and that will fix our octagon in space. I will click OK, close dialog box. Let's see. Again, this one, choose vertical, and click OK. And you can see now that it turns black and it says fully defined. And to make this coaster, that's all what we have to draw. Why? Because we will reuse that sketch to create a secondary feature, which will be the walls. Okay, so let's now first make the bottom. The bottom will be a very simple extrusion. I will close this sketch first by clicking on this this blue icon to close sketch. And then I'm going to do the extrude boss. And the thickness for the bottom is 2.5 millimeters. Type in 2.5 and it's done. Now, we want from here 5 millimeters up. But I don't want to draw another octagon. I want it to be all reference to the octagon that we draw. In that case, there is a two option. Today I will show you the one which is simpler. The one way will be to reuse the existing sketch, which will be opening the feature and then reusing the sketch again. And that's what we will do. How we open the feature to show its parent. The feature has consumed parent if it has this little arrow here. Okay, on the feature tree. You see where my cursor is. If I click on that arrow, left click on the arrow, now I can select my sketch 1. And I know that I want to extrude it for a 7.5 mil, for what, 7.5 millimeters, because this is 2.5 plus 5 up. So if I left click on that sketch, and I left click on extrude boss, I can place 7.5 here, 7.5. But now, what else? And you see, that's the new item, which will consume other item. However, here is the thing. I don't want it to be extruded as a plate. I want to use the option thin. And what the thin option in creating geometry will do, it will kind of an extrude, just like I'm building it from some kind of the 2x4 or so. It will just extrude material, add around like that, around that little rectangle. So let me show you. If I left click on a thin feature, I can flip the direction. Do I want to add material outside of my octagon, or do I want to add it inside? I want to add it inside. To flip the direction is this one. And how much I want to add it? What's the thickness? Is a 5 millimeters. So I want to add a 5 millimeters. So I will add it here. Is actually the thickness, 5 millimeters. And I want it up for 7.5 because I'm measuring it from the bottom. And all what I have to do is click OK. And look the difference. I just drove a one rectangle. Why this is a better than, I just drove one octagon. Why this is a better than drawing a two octagons? Who can tell me? Why this is a way better than drawing the two octagons between obvious thing that we are saving a time?
You don't need to compare.
Exactly. If I want to modify it, at how many places I will need to modify? No, just at one. Just at one. And let's do that. If I want to modify the size of the octagon. So let's see how it will work. Let me display the annotation, show feature dimensions. And let's say I want it instead of the 80 to be 120. I go here and say just 120. Click OK. And click on my, what else I need to click here? Need to click on my redo the okay, here on the, and look, it automatically redo it. I can make it much smaller. I can make it 50. And again, redo on the, and I can make it taller. Instead of 7.5, let's say I want to make it 15. That will look like some tube. And instead of the 5, I want to make it a 2. And look how it changes. It changes automatically. So I don't have double dimensioning. And here I'm back. Control Z, I'm back. I'm still not done with this model. What else I need to do here? How it ends. Look at this. What is this feature? It's not a fillet. What do you call if you have a machine piece and you need to cut under 45 degrees, like to just slice that sharp edge? Chamfering. Chamfer. So we do the chamfer. And the chamfer here will be what? Will be a 2.5. There will be the chamfer, will be easy defined. Yeah, 2 millimeters of 45. So we will chamfer it. Where is the chamfer? Is a placed feature under a fillet. I will left click chamfer. And I'm going to click distance for chamfer 2, 45 degrees. And I'm just going to click all of the edges that I want to chamfer. And I can continue with the outside edges. I can click OK. Let's see what is the problem here. Okay, so let me try it again. It may be just a memory problem. Let's do the one circle at the same time. So 2 millimeters at 45 degrees. Let's do the outside. Okay, let's do the outside, click OK, and then we can do the same time inside, chamfer. There, we should also do this word. I did not. What is happening here? What did I forgot? I forgot to add one more. Now it's all chamfered, and now inside to chamfer. Chamfer. Let's add the inside. Oops, I choose the one wrong. So how can I undo, which I don't want to be chamfer? I right click on the feature, then left click on edit feature. And I don't want this one, so I just unclick it. And look, you changed. So you can always edit features. So now to chamfer the inner, again 2 millimeter. Just need to check on all of the inner edges. And if I add material, and let's say that I will add the ABS, edit material actually, let's get the ABS, not ABS PC because it's transparent. Here is my little coaster, the first coaster that I made, and if I evaluate mass properties, it's 16.5 grams, 16.43 grams of ABS. And here it is. And I make this just by drawing one sketch. I just draw a one simple octagon, and every other information I put in a content of the feature. So you see it has a 2 extrudes. It has a boss one, which was the bottom. It has the thin extrude, which is the top, and then it has the chamfers. And let's see it here. Now let me show you something else here. This is the oldest feature, this is the youngest feature. These features cannot exist before the previous features. We can always roll the part back by grabbing the roll bar. Here is the end bar of the roll bar. So we hover the mouse next to the roll bar, left click on the mouse, left click, and while keeping down the left click of the mouse, we can hold the part back. And we can call them, and look, we can always go and we can see where we are. So if we are working on some complicated part and we don't know where we make a mistake, we are not sure, we can always roll back and figure out where we make a mistake, correct it, and roll forward. Let's not forget. Okay, so let's make this one.